Google. How are you guys?
We are good. We are good.
I'm good, yeah.
Amen.
Right. So last time that I was here, I read up into. So I was reading my notes over Proverbs from chapters 1 to 9, and me and my group has been carrying on. So I've got more of the notes that I'm going to read over with you guys of Proverbs. My two favorite verses was Proverbs chapter 10, verse 1, which says, "A wise son brings joy to his father, but a foolish son brings grief to his mother." And then my other favorite verse was, "Hatred stirs up conflict, but love covers over all wrong." And then there was also one that stuck out to me, so I put that down as well. And it says, Proverbs chapter verse 27, "The fear of the Lord adds length to life, but the years of the wicked are short." And then that paragraph, that chapter tells us, "The wise bring joy to their parents, but foolishness leads to ruin. Hard work is rewarded, honesty pursues, and the mouth of the righteous brings forth wisdom."
Amen.
For the next chapter, Proverbs chapter 11, my two favorite verses were Proverbs chapter 11, verse 8, which says, "The righteous person is rescued from trouble, and it falls on the wicked instead." And the other one is Proverbs chapter 11, verse 21. "Be sure of this, the wicked will not go unpunished, but those who are righteous will go free." And then that chapter tells us, "The Lord detests dishonest scales, but delights in honesty. Those who trust in their riches will flourish. Good deeds bring blessings. With wickedness ultimately leads to ruin." And then for the next chapter, Proverbs chapter 12, my two favorite verses were, "Whoever loves discipline loves knowledge, but whoever hates correction is stupid," which is Proverbs chapter 12, verse 1. And my other favorite one is Proverbs chapter 12, um, verse 17. "An honest witness tells the truth, but a false witness tells lies."
Amen.
And that chapter tells us, "Those who love discipline gain knowledge, but fools despise correction. The words of the righteous nourish others, but the wicked are unsnared by their deceit. Truth stands firm, but lies lead to destruction."
Amen.
And then the next chapter is chapter 13, and my two favorite verses were Proverbs chapter 13, verse 20. "Walk with the wise, for a companion of fools suffer harm."
Hallelujah.
And then my other favorite one is Proverbs chapter 13, verse 24. "Whoever spares the rod hates their children, but the one who loves their children is careful to discipline them."
Amen. Awesome.
And then that chapter 13, tells us, "A wise son heeds his father's in no, a wise son heeds his father's instruction, but a mocker does not respond to rebukes. The righteous choose their friends carefully, but the wicked are led astray by their companions. Hard work leads to prosperity, but laziness results in poverty."
Amen.
And then the next chapter is chapter 14. And my two favorite verses were Proverbs chapter 14, verse 2. That is saying, "Whoever fears the Lord walks uprightly, but those who despise him are devious in their ways."
Amen.
My next favorite one is Proverbs chapter 14, verse 7. That says, "Stay away from a fool, for you will not find knowledge on their lips."
Yes.
That paragraph, that chapter tells us the wise woman builds her house, but with her own hands the foolish one tears hers down. Whoever fears the Lord walks in uprightness, but those who despise him are led astray. A faithful witness saves lives, but a false witness is deceitful.
Amen.
And then the next chapter is chapter 15, and that tells us that my two favorite verses were Proverbs chapter 15, verse 1. A gentle answers turns away wrath, but a harsh word stirs up anger.
Amen.
And then my other favorite verse is Proverbs chapter 15, verse 33. Wisdom's instruction is to fear the Lord, and humanity comes before honor.
Hallelujah.
That chapter tells us a gentle answer turns away wrath, but a harsh word stirs up anger. The eyes of the Lord are everywhere, keeping watch on the wicked and the good. The soothing tongue is a tree of life, but a perverse tongue crushes the spirit. For the next chapter, give me a second. My two favorite verses were so the next chapter is chapter 16. My two favorite verses are chapter 16, verse 20, which says, "Whoever gives heed to instruction prospers, and blessed is the one who trusts in the Lord." My other favorite one is Proverbs chapter 16, verse 33, which says, "The lot is cast into the lap, but its every decision is from the Lord."
Yes.
That chapter tells us humans belong the plans of the heart, but from the Lord comes the proper answer of the tongue.
Yeah.
All a person's ways seem pure to them, but motivates are weighed by the Lord. Commit to the Lord whatever you do, and He will establish your plans.
Amen.
The next chapter is chapter 17, and my two favorite verses were Proverbs chapter 17, verse 22, which says, "A cheerful heart is good medicine, but a crushed spirit dries up the bones."
Yeah.
My other favorite one is Proverbs chapter 17, verse 25, which says, "A foolish son brings grief to his father, and bitterness to the mother who bore him." That that chapter tells us, "Better a dry crust with peace and quiet than a house full of feasting with strife. The crucible for silver and the furnace for gold, but the Lord tests the heart. A wicked person listens to deceitful lips. A liar pays attention to a destructive tongue."
Yes.
And then the next chapter and the last chapter is Proverbs chapter 18. My two favorite verses from there were Proverbs chapter 18, verse 21. "The tongue has the power of life and death, and those who love it will eat its fruit."
Yes.
My other favorite one was Proverbs chapter 18, verse 24, which says, "One who has unreliable friends, no, oh, sorry, one who have reliable friends soon come to ruin, but there is a friend who sticks closer than a brother."
Yes.
That chapter tells us an unfriendly person pursues selfishness, ends and against all sound judgment starts quarrels. Fools find no pleasure in understanding, but delight in airing their own opinions. When wickedness comes, so does contempt, and with shame comes reproach.
Amen.
So that's what we've done so far, and we are going to be carrying on. I don't know if I'll be able to join next week because I've got school starting next week.
Amen.